we're live on the Browns Report. Welcome in, everybody. I'm your host, Joey O'Donoghue, and I'm hyped up to talk Browns football. A lot of draft rumors, a lot of draft news that affects your Cleveland Browns, folks. That's what we're talking about today, and special surprise for everybody that's in here. We're going to live mock draft together in the middle of the stream, okay? So, if you want to be a part of that, get ready. Super chat, comment, all of it. But we're going to have a lot of fun on today's show. Try to rebuild this Browns team, okay? So, the first thing I want to know from everybody that's been studying up, okay, that's been tracking what this team needs to do, let me know in the comment section. What do you think about this Browns fans' favorite concept of Carnell Tate going 6th overall? Are you with this? Let's get letters in the comment section right now. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Do you want the Browns to draft Carnell Tate at 6, yes or no? Let's give some shout-outs. I see MZR Faith, N for no. Said we need offensive line. It's a good point, to be honest. It's a fair concern. Michael, why? He loves Tate. He wants him. Conservative for life says Tate at 6, even though Downs is the generational talent of this draft. So is Jeremiah Love. It's something to consider. Paul says no. Robert Colbert, a.k.a. Kathy, says yes. Darnell Johnson, Y for yes. Conservative, Y for yes. Paul with the no. Kathy with the yes. Comment it. Keep spamming. Y or N. Should the Browns draft Carnell Tate at 6? Yes or no? I see Isaac now says Y for yes. It's an interesting concept. We're going to talk about it a decent amount on today's show. I think he's a really good receiver. He's safe, good hands. You can't go wrong with Carnell Tate. But he isn't best player available at 6. I will concede that. So let me know what you guys think in the live chat. I see Stefan, Y for yes. Logan also saying yes. What do you agree with, conservative? Let me know in the chat. If you guys want Tate at 6, yes or no. And my man James Harper has kicked this party off for real with the $10 super chat. Shout out to James Harper. You're the man, myth, the legend. Says, what are Cleveland's options if both firsts in the draft are wide receiver? If they take Tate at 6 and then Tyson falls to 24, I would take him. But are there other good options in the 3rd and even past that? What a great question from James Harper. Everybody show James Harper some love for sending in a $10 donation to the program and helping support us. I would be very tempted if they went Tate at 6, because you don't know that Tyson's going to be there. Rumor is he'll slide. Other GMs say no way he gets past the top 10. I'm not kidding. The GM texted Peter Schrager that he won't get past 9. But if he gets to 24, the Browns are going to take him. They love him. Got a brother playing in Cleveland. And so after that, James, we would still be okay, I believe. There's some good offensive linemen in the 2nd round, 3rd round that you could get. Markel Bell is on the Browns' radar, the Miami left tackle, okay, who played opposite of Maui Noah, is someone they've met with and I think are really looking at here. I miss Joe Thomas too, man. As MZR Faith, shout out for bringing up our legend, best tackle of this era, in my opinion. Yeah, they'll be fine if they do that, James, just because how good that receiver duo could look. But I will say left tackle's a more premium position these days. And probably more important that you do address the O-line early and then get maybe a defensive stud in the 2nd round. There's a lot of ways they could go with this. But that's such a great question. And to answer it, yes, there are players you can get later, but obviously there's a drop-off from the 1st round O-lineman to what you're getting later. Hopefully you can get a center like Jake Slaughter later as well, in the 2nd or 3rd round. A lot of these guys getting a lot of buzz lately. We're going to talk about all of them on today's show. And like I said, we're going to do a live mock draft, folks. So if you want to be a part of it, spam me in the comments section. If you want to help draft live with us on today's show, spam me down below. We could show the people what it would look like, perhaps, producer Ethan, if you want. We could pull up that PFF. We're going to do a live mock in the middle of today's live stream, okay? So if you guys want to be a part of it, spam me in the comment section down below. What's going on, Jess Bless? I hope I am. The bosses haven't told me if I can yet or not, but I really want to. Yeah, that's right. We're able to broadcast PFF live, folks, okay? And so we're going to hop in as the Browns. We're going to do a draft together. I'm going to let the chat dictate which picks we go with. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to be a part of it, like the video right now. Spam me. Stay tuned for the mock draft part of today's show. It's going to come after our first segment. So I see a lot of people spamming me. I'm glad, happy about that we can get a collective mock draft going later in today's episode. But we do have an action-packed show coming up today. A lot of fun topics to talk about. A lot of them naturally draft-related as it is April. We're a couple weeks away. But Todd Monken did give a press conference today, folks. And we know always sprinkle some little bit of updates for us. Well, Monken said he doesn't have an inkling yet of which quarterback will start with the first-team offense when the Browns get to Phase 2 of their offseason program. Not really, here's a direct quote, not really an inkling because there's enough there of all three to really like. Even Gabriel, okay. Said, yeah, someone's going to have to start off first, someone's going to go second, and someone's going to go third. And then we'll be willing to switch that up. So what you might see is Shador gets the first-team reps first, reps with the ones, Watson second, Gabriel third. Then the next day, it might be Watson getting reps with the ones, Shador with the twos, Gabriel still with the three. I guess there's a real chance Gabriel gets some reps also to be in this battle. I don't know why he would be, but Monken is saying there's not going to be even, but they will switch up who gets reps with the ones when we get to that real battle on the field, and that's going to be exciting. Guys, that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch and monitor here. So, what we got coming up on today's show, though, is Browns draft targets. Do y'all know Dane Brugler? He drops a beast every year with his top 100 players in the draft. And so we're going to look at who Cleveland could realistically be in on from the best 100 players of this year's class. Then, live mock draft with the chat. Don't miss it, all right? That's what I was bumping just before. This is going to be a lot of fun. And then we'll do a Q&A, answer all your questions, so really can make you guys a part of the show today, which I think is going to be awesome and a lot of fun. We get this community of Browns fans continuing to grow. So if you want to be a part of the show, send in a super chat. We will automatically put you on the mailbag and help dictate our mock draft. But if you want a chance on getting your question answered, all you got to do is use the hashtag Browns in the live chat, folks. Okay, and put a question or take next to it. And producer Ethan will be able to go through, find your questions, and pick some good ones, pick some juicy ones. So get them in there in the chat right now. Hashtag Browns next to a question in the live chat so we can get to y'all's later. But we're going to have a good show today, all right? Stefan's hyped up. He said, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Stefan. Let's get ready. Let's do this. Let's talk Browns football, talk Browns draft targets. Kathy says, I still say trade the 6th pick. Honestly, I'm with you. I agree. And I'm going to talk about that in my first segment, too. I think that's what the Browns want to do, to be honest with you guys. So this will be a fun one to dive into. But, yeah, if you're ready, like this video right now. All right, we got 37 people in the building so far. Let's see if we can get up to close to 20 likes. Tap the like button. If you're ready to talk about the Browns, you're ready to get on with today's show, hit that like button. Let me know by tapping the like button so we can get on to talking Browns football, strategy, draft targets, all that good stuff to turn this thing around. And let's get the Browns to the Super Bowl for once, man. Seriously, in our lifetime. Please. Let's see. We need the right draft to do it this year. So like the video if you want it to happen. Shout out Robert Colbert saying, smash that like button. Paul, give them time to throw whatever wide receiver they draft by starting with the offensive line. Yeah. It's true. O-line is the most important thing these days. So you can't ignore it. Something to consider, folks. Something to consider. All right, 2 more likes. Let's get 2 more likes in the video, and then we'll dive into the draft targets for those Cleveland Brownies. Tap that like button if you're ready to talk Browns football. What do you think? We could also welcome on producer Ethan real quick. You want to say what's up to the people? We got Ethan in the building
Dog
again
pound.
today, chat.
Let's get Dog Pound.
Let's go.
Get
Woo. Welcome in, my guy.
Let's do it.
How you feeling today?
I feel good. Ready to talk some Browns football.
There we go.
Wish we were talking a little more about Shador.
I know, dude. I know. Ethan loves Shador. Me too. Wish we had more to talk about with him today.
He's not like the other quarterbacks. Didn't get to play in a dome.
That's true. Had to play cold weather, wind, rain, snow, sleet, all of it in Cleveland.
No dome for Shador. No, I'm excited for the draft, though. I think the Browns have a lot of potential to not screw this up.
Yeah, I guess they always do, and they always screw it up. But this time,
does it feel different?
This time it feels different.
It feels different.
Todd Monken in the building. I think it's different. Okay,
he's a player's coach.
Yeah, player's coach. Also, he was working under John Harbaugh for years. He worked under Kirby Smart for years.
Great guy.
He's no nonsense guy. Like, we're done with the nonsense, like Kevin Stefanski. Todd Monken's going to get this ship right.
Even wanted to draft Shador.
He did. Ravens wanted to bring in Shador. Shador told them no. And now they're reunited, Monken and Sanders. So here we go. Let's get this party started.
Funny how the world works.
It is funny. That's true, Kathy. We need receivers that can catch the ball. That's the other thing. Everybody knows our two biggest needs. It's going to be really interesting to see how the Browns address this in the first round. So let's get into it. Like the video if you're ready to talk about the Cleveland Browns, baby. Draft targets coming your way. That's the first segment on today's show. Let's get right into it. Are you a guy that likes to do intro or cut it later? All righty. Well, then we can get ready to hop right in to this first segment, Mr. Ethan. We all ready? All right. Let us do it. I'm ready. You just, yeah. All right, cool. Let's do it. I can just go whenever. Bet. We got new Browns draft intel from the Beast. Dane Brugler drops one of these every year, his top 100 players in the class. So we're going to look at who the Cleveland Browns could be targeting here early in this draft. Welcome into Browns Report. I am your host, Joey O'Donoghue. I'm super excited for this video, guys. I love talking draft prospects, and I want to try and make the Cleveland Browns competitive next year. So that's what we're going to dive into on today's show. And for the real ones that are just like me, I want the Browns to be competitive. Go show support to the Browns Report by getting our awesome new merch at chatsports.com/Browns. Go check out the whole collection. Everything's at this link. Let me know what you like the most, okay? Obviously, we've got our SS2 shirts that I'm super fired up about. That design is sick, man. He's going back to his Colorado jersey number, his Shador. Married into this merch. Perfect gift for anybody that married into the dog pound. Get this for someone you love or your special someone. Maybe they married you and became a Browns fan. Our drinking team merch can never go wrong with this fun-looking design. It was for St. Patrick's Day with the Irish logo on it, but you might want to drink during this draft. All right, we're going to be sweating. We're going to be stressed out when the Browns are on the clock. So if you want to have a drink in hand and the shirt to rep it, you can go over to chatsports.com/Browns, find our entire collection. For the real ones showing up, watching this channel all the time, this would be awesome for the people that are buying the Browns Support shirt as well. So all of it is available. Go over, check it out. Let me know what you like. Got our beers hats from Chat Sports as well. Everything. Chatsports.com/Browns. Let me know what you like the most. And let's start talking about the top players that the Browns could be drafting here from Dane Brugler. So here's his top 5. I'm going to show you the top 10 for Brugler. Best players in the class. He actually has Arvell Reese at number 1. I disagree with this. I think Reese is not an edge yet. But Brugler has him at 1 because of what he can be. Jeremiah Love comes in as the second best player in the class. No argument there. I think Jeremiah Love is my number 1, to be honest with you guys. Mendoza's the 3rd best player in the class, according to Dane Brugler of The Athletic. Sonny Styles cracks the top 4. Freak athlete. You saw it at the Combine. It's the only reason. There's no surprise his stock's rising. Caleb Downs, top 5. Listen, Caleb Downs is just going to be a good NFL starter. All right, you can't go wrong with the Ohio State safety. Mansour Delane comes in at 6, the LSU corner. David Bailey, Texas Tech edge at 7. There's a chance he slides to 6, and that would be interesting to see what Cleveland does. Spencer Fauno is the best offensive lineman in the draft, according to Dane Brugler. Comes in at 8 with his versatility. Reuben Bain Jr., the edge out of Miami, number 9. And then there's Carnell Tate, the first receiver off the board. Dane Brugler says Carnell Tate is the number 1 receiver in this class and the 10th best player overall. Let's talk about Carnell Tate, a person that Browns fans really want in Cleveland. All right, he's in your backyard, and he's playing in Ohio at Ohio State. All right, Carnell Tate's strengths: he's a tall athlete with outstanding body length and incredible contested catches. Guys, Tate caught 12 of 14 contested targets in 2025. That percentage is unheard of. Contested catches, 12 of 14. By the way, 0 drops in 2025. So he's going up and getting whatever's thrown his way. It's the perfect archetype in what Cleveland needs. Just someone who catches the ball. And I think there's real merit to being an Ohio State product if you're a wide receiver lately. There's a reason it's wide receiver university. Garrett Wilson, JSN, Marvin Harrison Jr., Chris Olave, Brian Hartline, not there anymore, but this is the last year of Brian Hartline products. I think there's real merit to him coaching up those guys. And so I think Carnell Tate is going to be a good wide receiver in this league. Now, is he a high-end wide receiver 1? That's the debate you can have. Because the weaknesses for Carnell Tate are as follows. Drew a lot of one-on-one coverage, playing opposite of Jeremiah Smith. And I get it. You can't knock him for being on the same team as Jeremiah Smith because we haven't seen a prospect like Jeremiah Smith. I mean, it is a generational wide receiver prospect. I wish Jeremiah Smith was in this class. Let me tell you that. But it's a fact of the matter that his production last year, you have to take into account who was on his football team. A lot of one-on-one for Carnell Tate. He could add more bulk to his frame. I think if he was 10 pounds heavier, we would not be debating if he should be the 6th pick. I think a lot of scouts would be way higher on him if he had more strength and bulk in his frame. He's a little lean muscle. Average speed, too. You could talk about his 40 time, being a little over 4.5, right? It's not like a blazing track speed guy at all, but he definitely looks faster on tape. And so there's strengths, there's weaknesses to Carnell Tate, just like there are a lot of players in this draft. Here's what I would say about him. The top 6 pick is no joke, folks. Tate is a safe pick with great hands. He'll catch the ball. That's important. But if you're taking a wide receiver top 10, you better be sure you're drafting a number 1. He better be your number 1 wide receiver. I'm not drafting a wide receiver 2 with the 6th pick in the draft. If that were to be the case, well, offensive tackle is a more important need. Offensive tackle is a more premium position in today's NFL. It might be the most important thing for getting offenses going is having time to do stuff. Left tackle is a massive need. And I actually think the Browns are going to lean Monroe Freeling and left tackle here early. And so get ready for the trade down, folks. Get ready. It happened last year. I'm predicting it again this year. Quote me on it. Get ready for the trade down that's coming. I think this is the Browns' ideal scenario, is find a partner, move off the pick, get more capital, and get your position of need, which is tackle, and could still be receiver. Tate, Lemon, Tyson could still be there if you move down past 10. I think that's what Cleveland is going to try to do. Get ready for it. But let me know in the comment section, would you draft Carnell Tate at 6? Why for yes and for no are we doing this, folks? Get me a letter in the comment section and let me know if you're still in on Tate with the 6th pick in the NFL draft. Let's get to the rest of Brugler's insight. The top offensive tackles in the class, folks. Number 1 is Spencer Fauno. It's his 8th best player in the big board. It's his best tackle. Then comes Francis Maui-Noa. These two are the consensus 1-2. Brugler opts to go Fauno first, I believe, because of his athleticism and upside, as opposed to Maui-Noa. It's just a safe floor and a true mauler. Monroe Freeling is the 3rd best tackle in the class. 17th best player in the class. This is fascinating when you look at these last 3 folks, because then comes Caden Proctor, who's a controversial prospect, but has incredible upside. If he can be good, it will be franchise left tackle, 19th best player, 4th best tackle. And then Caleb Lomu comes in, the Utah product, is the 25th best player in the class according to Dane Brugler, and the top 5 tackle in the draft. What's really interesting to me is those last 3. I'm happy to see they're all left tackles. They're all true left tackles, folks. Freeling, Proctor, Lomu. And he doesn't have the right tackles like Blake Miller, Ihanachor in his top 5. No. It's players Cleveland's going to be really seriously looking at. And so let's dissect this just a little bit here. Monroe Freeling, we talk about him a lot as the Browns draft target. At 6 potentially, which is a little rich, but teams always reach on tackles because of how important they are. And this is how Brugler would describe Monroe Freeling. An ascending prospect. Freeling passes the eye test with his frame, length, movement off the ball. He's quick out of his stance, regardless of what the action requires. Uses his hands to latch and control defenders. The thing about Freeling is he's great in pass pro. He's got great footwork, incredible size and traits. Now, a couple knocks on Freeling. Not a lot of experience in college football yet, and needs to develop as a run blocker. That is absolutely the case. But I think this would be the Browns' first pick, is to get Monroe Freeling or Caden Proctor, who are both a little controversial, naturally. But I think the Cleveland Browns want to move down and get their left tackle, or even take Freeling at 6, which is kind of crazy to be saying out loud. But the Browns will always do something that people will have critics about. Wide receiver options for Cleveland, though. The top 5 from Dane Brugler are as follows. Tate is number 1. Lemon is 2. Tyson is 3. Casey Concepcion and Omar Cooper Jr. come in at 4 and 5. This one's shocking to me. Concepcion is the 4th best receiver in the class. So we've talked about pick 6 a bit of Tate or Freeling, Fano, what that might look like. But what about receivers after that in the first round? The word on Jordan Tyson is that he's very polarizing too. Here's what Brugler had to say exactly about Tyson. Tyson's injury history is concerning. But on the field, he's a sleek, twitched-up athlete who can create his own separation, win outside his frame at the catch point. He projects as an NFL starter, inside or outside, with a skill set that reminds me of Stephon Diggs. I think what Tyson could be, his versatility, makes him one of the best receivers in this class. But the injury history is a legit concern, folks. Missed 3 games in 2025 because of a hamstring. Also had to delay his draft process because of that hamstring. Broke his collarbone in 2024. Only missed a couple games because of that. But he's had an injury every season he's been a part of. Shattered his leg, it almost looked like. Torn ACL, MCL, and PCL. Couldn't really play for Colorado, 2022 to 23. And that's a legit concern when it's every year, folks. Now, Tate missed 3 games also because of an injury last year. Like, players miss games all the time. But Tyson in particular, it's too risky to be in the conversation this early. Maybe at 24, just because of how good he can be when healthy. 39, it's a no-brainer if he got that far. But I think this conundrum comes at 24 for the Cleveland Browns and Jordan Tyson. If somehow he gets there, pulling the trigger, is it too risky? Or is that like, oh my gosh, we just got a gem? And how the heck did he get to us at 24? And that's the latest on Jordan Tyson. How about Casey Concepcion? Why is he the 4th best receiver to Dane Brugler? Well, he thinks that Concepcion must cut down on the drops, fine-tune areas of his game. But he's a versatile playmaker with an innate feel for getting open before the catch and creating after it. Has the receiving talent to become a starting slot or Z while also providing value as a punt returner. Here's a scouting report on Casey Concepcion. Dynamic. Great at yards after the catch. Get the ball in his hands, and it can be electric. Here's the problem. Can you get it in his hands? Drops it too much. Drop rate's too high. I don't need a guy that isn't hanging on to footballs anymore. And there's a couple guys in this draft that have that issue. Tyson used to have drop issues. He fixed that last year. It was a remarkable improvement. But Concepcion seems like he was originally a gadget guy and has grown into a great wide receiver. But you might want to get him the ball quickly. Also, size is adequate. 5'11", I believe he's listed at. And so not as big as a outside receiver as a lot of the GMs and scouts like. But he is an electric player when you get it to him after the catch, which would benefit the Browns and what they want to do a lot. And so I won't be surprised if Cleveland looks his way heavily, but that's the scouting report on Concepcion, who Brugler thinks is top 4. Ball knowers, people that know ball. Get in the comment section. Let me know your top wide receiver prospects for the Cleveland Browns. I know we have a lot of people that know ball that watch this channel. So comment down below your favorite wide receivers for Cleveland to draft. Let me know. Get some names in the comment section. I'd also like to highlight his top centers because I think Cleveland drafts a center, or at the very least, they're going to draft a guard who can play center and is versatile in that sense. And Jake Slaughter comes in as number 1 as the best center in this class. I like him a lot. The Florida kid, best center in the SEC, might actually be the best center in all of the 2026 NFL draft class. And I like him a lot. Day 2 for the Browns. Sam Hecht getting a lot of buzz lately, the Kansas State product. Logan Jones out of Iowa as well has risen up ranks. I'm surprised Connor Lew is behind Logan Jones, but Dane Brugler does a ton of research, says Lew is the 4th best center in this draft, and then Trey Zune, the Texas A&M product, as well. Like I said, Cleveland's going to get a center, and Brugler specifically said that there's at least a handful of potential rookie starters available at center at a position that NFL teams are increasingly prioritizing. I mean, you saw that in free agency. Look how much the Raiders paid Tyler Linderbaum. It's an unbelievable market-setting deal. And this is a super important position for the Browns to get right, is both that left tackle and center spot. So I wanted to make sure that you guys had an idea of the top 5 centers in this class that Cleveland could end up bringing in. I do expect the Browns to draft one, like I said. They might go with someone like Fano early, to be honest with you guys, who could play guard, tackle, and took snaps at center. Seems like Andrew Berry just wants to get really versatile linemen. That's what they did in free agency. I do want them to get someone who's just pure natural at that position because we kind of have a lot of plug and play right now, and I just want a solidified starter that's like, no doubt in my mind, that's our left tackle. That's our center. But Cleveland's going to do what Cleveland wants to do, and I guarantee you there's multiple offensive linemen in this draft headed to the Browns that can play multiple positions. That is going to do it for today's Draft Targets video, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Brown Support. Hit the subscribe button if you're a fan of the team. I appreciate you all that watched this show. Much love, and I'll see you guys next time with more Browns content. Boom! All right, folks, get ready. We're going to do our live mock draft. That's the next thing on the show, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, start, Brady. That is coming up next, all right? That is going to come up next, so don't go anywhere. But that was our Draft Targets video, everybody. A lot of fun to talk about the prospects, man. If you want to be on the show, super chat, use the hashtag Browns, and I say we're going to get into our mock draft in a few moments here. So if you're ready for that, spam me if you want to be a part of it. We're going to live draft on the show. Spam me if you want to be on this part. It's going to be fun. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're going to have a good time, folks. Get everything ready to draft. Look at this. Isaac's ready. But, Producer Ethan, are there any players that you like for
What'd you say?
Cleveland? Are there any players that you like in this draft that everybody should be keeping their eyes on here, on their radar?
Are we going first round?
Anybody. Dream draft targets as far as players you're like, I wouldn't pass on him. Who do you like?
Okay. I think Mekhi Lemon is a beast.
Ooh.
I think adding him to the slot would be great for any team that is in a really big need of a slot wide receiver.
Okay.
He would be great. As far as defense goes, not the biggest fan of Arvell Reese. I'm not going to lie. I understand that he's a developmental prospect, but by the time he develops, what would that be, do you think, 2 to 3 years into his career? And then at that point, you're having to make the decision, okay, do we pay this guy? Or do we look at the last couple of years and be like, oh, you didn't produce all that well?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of taking Reese that high. As high as he's getting mocked second and third. He's an off-ball linebacker in his first year. I think I saw pretty clearly.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't take him that high. He's got crazy upside because he's a freak athlete. But he could also be a bust. Like, he's honestly pretty boom bust. I don't think he's top 2, top 3 here.
Yeah, and like with him, he didn't really play edge in college. Like he's listed as a linebacker. I mean, granted, David Bailey's often listed as a linebacker too, but he's gonna play edge.
He's an edge, yeah.
But still, he's also a little slender. I'd like him to have a little bit more weight. Like if you're gonna play edge, I mean, if you look at the top edges, they're dense. Like look at Micah Parsons. You know, that dude is, however much he weighs, that dude's a solid brick. So that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, folks, if you want to be in our mock draft, spam me. Spam me in the chat if you're ready. If you want to partake, you want to participate, this is going to be fun. This is something we're just going to do for the people, a little treat on live today. So we appreciate it. Super chat and support the program. But we are going to be doing a live mock draft. Hertz Donut wants to be in it. The Ghost, let's go. My guy is in it. Stefan is in it. Let's go. Spam me if you want to be a part of this. Darnell Johnson wants to be in it. Ninja Cow, I like Pons a lot too. You've been bringing him up for a minute. I like him. He's got great vertical leap to him. Kathy's in it. Let's go. If you want to be in it, spam me. Spam it, spam it, spam it. We got to spam it as fast as we can. Real Fi is in it. Let's go. Spam ME if you want to be in our live mock draft, folks. Spam it down below. Spam it, spam it, spam it. Stefan Bolger is in it. Spam down below, folks, if you want to be a part of our live. Here's our merch collection I was talking about as well in the video. Spam me if you want to be a part of it, folks. Let's go. Alrighty. Let's show them the PFF. Yeah, Hertz Donut. Lemon's attitude concerns me. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be a diva. All right. We're entering as the Browns, right, Ethan?
Yep, we got the Browns.
Let's go. Chat. I'm going to let the chat help dictate our pick, folks. All right? Let's do it together. PFF mock. Let's go, folks. Let's go. Let's get into it. Cleveland with the 6th pick coming up. Let's go. Oh, David Bailey fell. Folks, he's there. I'll tell you what. If Bailey falls, I think, in the real draft, I think that's when Cleveland trades down.
I mean, it's not a bad idea at all.
I think the Cowboys come calling to get Bailey, and they would trade down. Also, Caleb Downs is still here. All right, guys, let's go. Comment who you want us to take. The chat can lead this draft. Let's scroll through some players, Ethan. So you got Bailey, Maui Noah, Downs. Carnell Tate is there, folks. Carnell Tate is there if you want him. Fano. Freeling is there. I got a couple trades in here from Jake and Not Stan.
Should we look at the trades?
Lemon is there. Yeah, what trade? Did we get trade offers or something?
Okay, we got the Saints interested.
Okay.
We've got Casey at 9. We have
Okay.
Dallas at 12.
Dallas is interested?
Dallas is interested. We also have Patriots at 31, which that'd be weird.
Yeah. That's too far.
Okay. Should we look at some Dallas trades, or should we make the pick?
It's up to the chat. You guys want to trade down, or you want to draft here? Tate's available. I'm seeing mostly Carnell Tate and trade.
Okay.
I need an overwhelming winner. Spam it. Are we trading or are we drafting, folks? Let's go back to the players that are available.
Okay. Okay, we got Bailey, Maui Noah, Downs. Got Carnell Tate.
Yep.
Fano, Monroe Freeling.
Depends how the trades look. Well, I guess we got to cook up our own trade.
Yeah.
So let's go to the Cowboys.
Okay.
All right, let's say they give us. Do you guys want a 2027 pick, or do you want to try to get both their first right now?
Thing with Cowboys is, I think their 2027 picks are.
It's frozen.
Oh, is it frozen?
The 2027 pick. Might be
Oh,
frozen.
yeah. I think their 27 pick is supposed to be for the Jets. It should be the Jets.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I don't know why it's showing it on here.
Okay, yeah. So let's take 12 and 20 from them.
12 and 20 for 6. 5% chance.
No, yeah, we have to throw in a third or a second, I think.
Okay. Let's see the third.
People are saying trade. We're going to do the trade. We're trading down, folks. Breaking. The Cleveland Browns are trading down from pick 6.
Okay, this is a 64% chance.
Pick 70 if we give them our third.
Yep.
I mean, that's a good deal.
How are we feeling, chat?
We get both their firsts.
I like to trade. You'd have 3 first-rounders.
We have 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
And you move off of 6 and give them pick 70. Isaac says do it.
I think
Get
that's a
their
great
picks. All right, guys, should we do it? I need more yeses before we send it. Stefan says get their picks. Kathy says do it. Not Stan says full send it. Chat, should we offer this deal to the Cowboys
I
to
feel pretty
dictate
good.
our mock draft?
I think this is a good trade, personally.
I think it's a great trade. I think they might want the second
Yeah.
in real life, but
But it's not real life.
it's our draft.
It's not the Cowboys draft.
Good offer. Can't refuse. Ninja Cow says sure.
All right. We doing
Do it. Yes. All right. I'm seeing all yeses. Folks,
Okay.
let's send it.
Let's do it.
We got to see if they accept it. That's the funny part.
Trade
Oh,
accepted.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Give us some picks, baby.
Bang.
Come on. We
All
got
right.
3 first-round picks now.
Oh, wow. Caleb Downs. Fano.
What is Downs doing there?
Great question.
What?
Tim-
Lemon is there. Ioane is there. Is Freeling gone?
Freeling
Who
was
took-
drafted by Miami.
Who took Freeling?
Pick before.
Chat, Freeling might go earlier than people expect. What do we do now? Do we just take Caleb Downs?
It's either him or Fano.
Fano's there. Could play. Fano played right tackle, but he could play guard. He took some snaps at center at the combine. Lemon. We could get your boy Lemon.
We could. We could
Slot
also.
receiver.
I'd say either
CD?
target Caleb Downs or wide receiver and then wait for a tackle with
Yeah.
one of the other firsts.
Here, scroll down a little more.
Okay.
Lemon. Probably not going to go. I mean, Tyson's there. Yeah, I think we're up at 12 now.
Yeah.
I think it's Lemon or Downs or Fano.
Yep. I agree.
All right, chat. Do we have weigh-ins that we can do? That you can make real quick or not?
Yeah.
I see a lot of Caleb Downs. Yo, that's actually a great idea, though. To kind of just take Caleb Downs.
I like it.
We're split on Lemon and Downs. I memean, Lemon would definitely... He might be the wide receiver 1, though, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is tough. And then you can't forget about Fano. O-line's the biggest issue, guys. But he doesn't play left tackle. Fano won't be a left tackle. This is tough. I'm gonna let the chat decide. This is a chat-led mock draft, guys.
What do we think?
Oh man, I gotta tally this up or something. Let's see. We've got Downs. We've got Lemon. 2 Lemons. A Fano. 2 Downs. 3 Downs. Ed Reed. He could be, bro. He's the best safety prospect since Ed Reed. That's what I was told. Oh, we're split, folks. Jake Heath is saying we could get Lemon and then Lomu at 20.
Not bad.
That's true. Remember, guys, we have pick 20 and 24. That is a good point. There's a good point. I'll tell you what, who won't be there. Downs isn't getting past what we're picking right now. But Lemon, that's kind of a steal at 12 also.
That would be That would be pretty nice.
Yeah. All right, chat. What's the chat? What does the favorite look like so far? What's the favorite? Lemon's a head case. That's true. Chat, this is your draft. I see Hertz Donut is spamming Caleb Downs. Downs is a good pick, says Ninja Cow. Folks, what do we think? We're torn. Yo, actually, wait, let's make it a poll. Let's change the poll.
Oh, yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah, I got you.
Whoa.
Oh.
Here, I'll
My
do
fault.
it. I'll do it. Yeah, go to PFF. I just end poll, right?
Yeah.
All right, chat. I should have thought of this. Here we go. All right, who do we draft? Chat, get ready. I'm putting in a poll. Lemon, Downs, Fauno. The poll is in. You guys decide who we draft right here. Vote on the poll that I just put in there. Go vote on the poll. Whoever. Oh my God, are we 50-50? All right, here we go. Oh, Downs just took the lead. Caleb Downs just took the lead in the poll. Lemon, Downs, Fauno at pick 12. You guys decide. We've got 10 votes.
Downs looking like the major favorite right now.
60% of the chat is on Caleb Downs, 30% on Makai Lemon, 10% say Spencer Fauno. Guys, let me know. I guess Fauno's not the sexiest pick, but O-line is probably the most important thing. Downs is the best player available. This is what's really fun about this. Downs is the best player available. Lemon's the best prospect at position of need for you. Fauno is the biggest position of need. And so, let's be the GMs, guys. Caleb Downs is winning. All right. I think it's Downs, Ethan.
Time for Downs.
Who would have thought the Browns were going to trade down to get Caleb Downs? Let's do it.
What a play.
Playing chess, not checkers. Trade down and get best player available. The chat has spoken. This is a chat mock draft. Caleb Downs. All right, so that pick go through. Oh! Jordan Tyson's here. Jordan Tyson is here at 24.
Wouldn't be a bad pick.
So is Omar Cooper. So is Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, who I think the Browns want a lot. Can you click your draft? The your draft tab right next to.
Wait, where is it?
Like right next to the draft. Has a blue new button next to it.
Oh.
Yeah. Just to make sure it went through. Okay, yeah, we got Caleb Downs. Yep. This is our draft so far, guys. All right,
we're good at safety.
Yes, we're good. Uh-oh. People spamming Tyson. People spamming Tyson. I mean, what's the other option, honestly? Mesidor? No. Who are the OTs? That's a good point. Let's scroll down.
Here, I'll create a new poll once we find some players.
Yeah. You could get Cooper if you like him better. Blake Miller's there.
Wow, Caden Proctor.
Caden Proctor is there. Left tackle.
You might just wait for him at 24.
Is Lomu there?
You
gotta scroll down on the other side.
He is.
Caleb Lomu is there. Pregnon is there. He's a beast. All right. Folks, what do we think? Jordan Tyson is there, though. Best Denzel Boston is there.
Hey, Ty Simpson's there.
No, stop it. Scroll back up. Tyson is best player available here as well. Proctor, Kathy's making the case. All right, I'll make that the poll. Blake Miller is there as well, folks. I'm going to make the poll. All right, ready? Tyson, Proctor, Lomu, Miller. I think those are the options, right? Can I just see them again?
Yep.
Let's see.
Tyson.
You could go Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, but no, we're good on safety. I forgot we took
Proctor, Miller, Cooper.
Oh, Cooper. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say if we're taking receiver, we're taking Tyson. Proctor, Lomu, Miller. All right, I'm making the poll. All right, the poll's out. Chat, go vote. Go vote. Tyson's injury prone. It's fair. It's a good concern. But we didn't get a receiver yet. OT is important. That's absolutely correct, though. You guys like Lomu over Proctor. That's cool.
Looks like Tyson's leading by a wide margin.
Tyson is leading this, folks.
Still
Tyson
going
is
up.
leading this. I don't think Proctor's going to be here at 24, to be honest, also, if we're being realistic. I'm hearing he's going to go before.
I've heard he's not making it past 17.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not getting past the Lions, if anything. What up, Ty Man? Ty Man, you're just in time for the live mock draft, led by the chat. You guys and me and Ethan are doing a mock draft together. It's fun. Tyson is leading. We've got 16 votes, 62%. Hertz Donut said Tyson is wasting the draft. And then Real FI said, but he's the best receiver in the class. He can be. I think he can be. He's just got to stay healthy.
Yeah, his ACL, PCL, MCL, collarbone, hamstring. They all say a little different.
Yeah, that's the problem. He gets hurt. If he gets hurt this season, are you gonna feel dumb?
Yes. you should feel stupid.
The minute he gets hurt, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
But we drafted him. But also, there's the upside that he's the best receiver prospect if he's healthy.
Like this kid, I mean, his injury concerns remind me of Mike Evans, but Mike Evans is what? How old is he? Too old.
Mike Evans is still balling.
Yeah.
1,000 yards every year.
I mean, he's still balling, but his hamstring is falling off his leg.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's take Tyson. The chat has spoken. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Wait, we have 24 also.
We do.
Oh, yeah. Guys, we're set. We can get the tackle now. Guys, we're geniuses.
Got Blake Miller, Caden Proctor.
All right. Guys, what do you I forgot. We got both the Cowboys first.
Hennichor.
Guys, who do we like? Who do you want to tackle? It seemed like they liked Lomu in the last one. I'm just going to make another poll, though.
Lomu's still available.
Yeah, you said Ihanachore's there, too?
Yep.
All right. Guys, new poll's coming in. I think Proctor, he actually moved a lot better than we thought at the Combine. He's big. If he can, at his best, he's got the most upside. But he could also be a boom bust. I haven't liked him as much as the others. Lomu needs some work too, but he's athletic. Miller, and then who else? Let me see. I mean, you could surprise everybody also. Like, if you guys want to go defense here, you can also. Mesidor, Cooper. Omar Cooper's still available. TJ Parr, I probably wouldn't go him. Ihanachore's there and move him to left. Denzel Boston's still there. I don't really want Peter Woods or Caleb Banks. Colton Hood, it's an interesting option. I think he'll fall. Concepcion, also someone to consider. We just took Tyson, but we haven't addressed left tackle yet. Go to our picks, producer Ethan. Show everybody that's just joining. We've got Caleb Downs and Jordan Tyson. It's not a bad start. It's not a bad start.
We could look at a trade as well if we want.
Probably not. I think we did our big trade down. Let's see, folks. Concepcion, Lomu, whatever tackle is best. Number one guard, Vega, I think he's gone. Pregnon is there, though. We haven't addressed left tackle yet, though, guys. And Proctor's here. And Lomu's here. I think it's kind of a no-brainer, unless we double up on receiver. But there's a lot of good receivers late. So I think that's how we're going to do this. Okay, pick 24. Lomu, Proctor. Is Blake Miller still there? Okay.
Yes.
Played right tackle, but Andrew Berry says he doesn't care, I guess. Lando says Mesidor. Mesidor is a real game wrecker. Thing is, he's 25 already. 25 years old, that is. Let's say Cooper's there, too, by the way. All right, I'm just going to put an other option. And then we'll reassess. The poll's in, folks. Poll is in. We'll spend most time on the first round picks because these are the important ones. Y'all like Lomu over Proctor. Okay. Lomu in the lead right now with 10 votes, guys. Get your votes in. Who should we draft? This is a chat-led mock draft. And if you want, you can scroll up and down so people have an idea as they're voting. But you see the Cooper, the Blake Miller, the Mesidor. Who else we got?
Cassius Howe, Proctor.
Yup. Okay, Honachor's there. Denzel Boston. Concepcion is there, guys. I think that the chat's on the same page about taking a tackle here, though. So it's about if you like Lomu or Proctor better. I think Proctor's going to go ahead of Lomu in the draft, guys. But it seems like we like Lomu better. And I do what the chat says. Let's see. Yeah, Caden Proctor probably has the most upside. Lomu's really good pass pro. My other problem with Proctor is, like, they're saying he has so much potential. He's been a starter for 3 years in college.
Yeah.
Why is he not at his potential yet?
Who, Proctor?
Proctor.
I mean, the thing with Proctor, though, is he is so versatile. Like, Alabama had him lining up at wide receiver last season.
What?
Yeah, during
Caden Proctor?
Yeah, Caden Proctor. They lined him out wide. He was 1 yard away from a touchdown. I think in the Missouri game, they lined him up at running back.
Dude, he's 360 pounds.
And he was running the ball.
He can move pretty well for his weight. It's pretty wild.
He was holding on tight. He looked good.
Yeah, I guess I might go Proctor here, but the chat says Lomu. Lomu's got better movement, good pass pro. It's fine. It's fine. The chat has voted. Let's take Caleb Lomu.
All right, let's take Lomu.
We probably should take Proctor, though.
I agree.
But we're going to take Lomu for the people.
Maybe he's still available.
No.
He is not available.
All right. We got some defensive studs here now, folks. Ninja Cow. There's D'Angelo Pons. All right, let's see. Oh, Colton Hood is there. Pregnone is here. Do we go guard? Christian Miller. Lee Hunter's here. Stud DT. I don't think we need DT. Chris Bell is here. Jacob Rodriguez is available. One of my favorite linebackers in the class. Great instincts. Who else we got? Oh, Chris Johnson, by the way. We haven't talked about him on the show yet. I'll talk about him tomorrow. He's going to probably be the third corner off the board. He's that good. R. Mason Thomas is here. We need an edge. Bisantis is here. I'd probably go Pregnone over him at guard. Jeremy Bernard, the Browns like. Who else we got here? Keith Abney, Stowers. Stowers a good tight end. Okay. Keontae Scott, intriguing prospect, really fast. Jennings Dunker, I love. Versatile, can play guard or right tackle. Golday. All right, if we're going linebacker, we're probably going Rodriguez, though. So what do we think, chat? Where's our head at here early? R. Mason Thomas, no-brainer.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah? OU, huh?
Not a homer.
Pons. D'Angelo Pons is here, though. So is Pregnone. Colton Hood, it's a good pick also. Jacob Rodriguez, guys. I think he's a beast.
Chris Bell's not bad.
We've got Downs, Tyson, and Lomu so far. What do we think, chat? What do we think? We should probably be getting Keelan Rutledge here, actually. But PFF's not updated with how good he's going to be.
I'm not seeing a lot of consensus in the chat.
No, the chat's split, man. The chat is split. So let's make the poll. Who is Stribling? What's Hertz Donut saying?
Stribling.
Where's Stribling?
If Stribling's not as close to the top, I don't know if that's
the wide
happening.
receiver. He's a 5th round pick, says Lando.
Okay. Yeah, he's not even on the first page.
All right, what do we think, chat? Bernard. Wow, we are split. All right, I think the pick is between Pregnone. What else? Let me see. Colton Hood, I'll put him on there. I'll put Pons on there also. And then what else we got? Oh, R. Mason Thomas, right?
Yep.
Or Jacob Rodriguez.
Or J-Rod. Yep.
Oh, man. All right. What I'm actually going to do then, I'm just going to put corner as 1. Pons, R. Mason Thomas, and Jacob Rodriguez. All right, chat. Scroll down, make sure I'm not missing anybody. Chris Bell. I mean, we'll get another receiver later. I think the Browns want to go defense here. All right, chat. Vote. Poll is in.
It was Pons, Hood, Pregnon, and who else?
I made a poll.
Oh, okay.
Pons is winning. They love D'Angelo Pons. Well, would you rather Colton Hood then? Click on Colton Hood here.
Oh.
Click in on him. Let's get some info. You go to the PFF grades that were there, yeah. What's his coverage grade? I can't read.
Coverage grade is 80.3.
Okay, now let's go to Pons. Looks like Pons is winning. Get your votes in if you want to change it to R. Mason Thomas.
Pons' grade is 89.5.
Dude, I like Pons.
Let's look at his size, though.
I know his size isn't as great, but he can jump, man. He kind of reminds me of Brent Grimes.
5'9", 173. But he's only 21.
Yeah, bro, he can jump. I like him.
I wouldn't mind him.
I wouldn't mind him. Denzel Ward gets hurt, man. You're going to need a good corner.
Looks like Pons is running away with it.
I think it's Pons here, folks. Over Colton Hood. Over R. Mason Thomas. We do need an edge, though, guys. We can't ignore edge. So we're going to have to get one later.
Edge is pretty deep, though, in this class.
Hopefully. All right, Pons is 1. D'Angelo Pons, you're a Cleveland Brown. Let's go, chat. Downs, Tyson, Lomu, and Pons. What a draft we're cooking up.
Remember.
Isaac swayed the pick with the super chat. It is going to be Pons. I'll make that deal. Super chatters, triumph.
All right, so
If you want it bad enough for the Browns, send a super chat with your pick. You'll have to outbid each other.
just a reminder, we did trade away that third-round pick earlier. But right now we have Caleb Downs, Jordan Tyson, Caleb Lomu, and D'Angelo Pons.
Okay, let's go back to where we're at now. What pick number is this?
This is
The 4th or?
yeah, this is the 4th round, pick 107.
All right, what do we got?
All right.
Nussmeier. Nussmeier's interesting. I don't think I want quarterback this early. Keep scrolling. Michael Trigg, can't jump. Caleb Proctor, good D-line prospect.
Not related to Caden, though.
Not related.
They're
Carson
stripling.
Beck? No. Oh, guys, so we're losing talent here in the fourth round. Brennan Thompson, really fast. Bud Clark, we already got safety covered, though.
Brennan Thompson. Yeah.
Chat, we might have jumped the gun here. Chat, we might have jumped the gun here. A lot of the players I really like just went in the third round that we traded. What else we got? Seth McGowan. Oh, Kilgore's available. We got corner, though. We just got Ponds. We need receiver and edge, folks. What do we like? What do we think? Caden Curry, Ohio State edge? Possible. Let's see. Oh, yeah, tight end here, too, could be an option. But this is the fourth round. I don't think so. Could be a quarterback. Do y'all want to swing on quarterback yet? I don't think so. Yeah, we could have taken Kilgore here. Well, we already took Ponce. All right, let's go. Click wide receivers, Ethan.
Okay.
Sort it by receiver. What if we just take our favorite receiver here? Because PFF's got it messed up.
Got Stribling.
Stripling. Whoever wanted Stripling, he's there. CJ Daniels, Brennan Thompson. McAllister. Okay, Jacoby Lane is here. We're good. We're all good, folks. Jacoby Lane is here. Jeff Caldwell, the Cincinnati guy.
I will say Michael Trigg was pretty good for Baylor last season.
Yeah, he was. We could get a receiving tight end. We do need one. That might be the pick, Ethan. That might be the pick. Chat, what do you guys want to do? It's up to y'all. Whoever's name I see most, we're going to take. Yeah, they have Jacoby Lane too low. He's not going in the fifth round in the real-life draft. Is Drew Aller available? I don't think so. Nussmeier is, though. Right?
Yes. Yeah. These are the quarterbacks.
Who took Aller over Nussmeier? That's crazy.
That's what. The Steelers.
Oh, F those Steelers, man. F them. They're trying to make them Big Ben. All right, chat, what do we think? Jeremy Bernard has been off the board for the last 2 rounds, real fry. I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, you go.
Trigger Lane, I guess. I think we need a receiver, a pass catcher. So Trigger Lane, that's fine with me. What edges are there? Are there edges?
Let's look.
You sort by edge?
Ooh.
Caden Curry can come in the 5th round, okay? All right, let's take the pass catcher. Stowers is not available either. He's like might be the best tight end in the class. All right, who you want? I think Trigg might be the pick here.
I like Trigg, personally.
All right, let's go. I didn't like his vertical, though. He didn't test well.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Stribling or Stribling. Somebody wanted Stribling. Here we go.
Looks like Lane is pulling away.
Ooh, we like Jacoby Lane.
I like him too.
Hurts donut. If you want to beat the pick, you could super chat in Stribling.
Okay, Trigg is not dog.
We're split right now. We need more votes. We're split. We need another vote. 44% say Trigg. 44% say Jacoby Lane. 11% want another person. McDonald? The first rounder?
he is not available.
We're in the 4th round, guys. Oh, Jacoby Lane just took the lead, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, Jacoby Lane's like 6'4" and runs like a 4.3 or 4.4. It's ridiculous. He is pretty good.
81 receiving grade. Yeah, 6'4", 200.
Yeah, look at this. Let's get his RAS up. He's 6'4" and ran a 4.47 with a 40-inch vertical. I'm not mad at that. We're split again. Jake says Trig's got huge hands, though. Yeah, Lando, this PFF big board's got to get their stuff together. This is what happens when they fire a bunch of people.
Oh, wait, Trig's back in the lead.
Are you serious? Trig is in the lead.
Man, what a race.
Oh, my goodness. We might be able to get Lane in the 5th on this system. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not going to happen in real life, though. Max Claire's gone. All right. Looks like Trig's winning, folks. We can undo the pick if anybody super chats, but I think Trig is going to be the winner here so far.
All right.
Last minute comeback. Unbelievable.
Michael Trig. You are a Brown.
Welcome to the team, Trig. 2 tight end sets. Listen, Cleveland likes to run those.
Oh, boy. Look who's available.
Are you serious? All those tight ends are still available.
I think you're missing who's
Bentley. We could have got Dallin Bentley.
But look who's above Marlon Klein.
I'm not looking who's above Marlon Klein. Carson Beck sucks.
I believe in Carson Beck.
Singleton's here. Nicholas Singleton and Le'Veon Moss. Is Jacoby Lane off the board now? He's gone.
You gone.
We should have took Lane. We should have took Lane. We could have taken the Dallin Bentley here or a different receiving tight end. It's okay. We also really need an edge, guys. What's the draft looking like so far?
We got an edge.
Caden Curry. We got 2 5ths, right?
Yeah.
All right, chat.
We would be taking Caden Curry super early, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Go back to the receivers real quick. Also, we could get a running back. Cyrus Allen. I don't love these names. Jeff Caldwell is an interesting one. Another guy that's huge. Tyron Montgomery. All right, these are your receivers that are available, chat. You guys make the pick.
It's looking a little slim.
It's looking slim. Let's do it. Comment your pick.
Got both Penn State running backs left.
Really? Nick Singleton's an interesting one.
I mean, he was really good at college.
I feel like we got to reach on Curry.
Him and Katron were super good.
Yeah, Katron Allen's a beast also. All right, chat. Whichever name I see the most is what we're going to do. So, I'm going to make a quick poll. Ready? 5th rounders. We've got Caldwell, the Cincinnati receiver. We've got Singleton, Katron Allen, and Caden Curry.
I'll look at O-line real quick. Got some tackles available.
All right, let's go, chat. Caden Curry. Hertz Donuts really wants him. Oh, and Tom Montgomery. Yeah, you could take him too. I should have put him in the poll. Go to Montgomery real quick. The receiver. Because he was that's what it was. John Carroll. He has ties too.
Here it is.
There we go. Doesn't even have a face.
24. Would be 25 by the time the season starts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, we're going Caden Curry then. Let's go. Everybody wants the Ohio State edge. It's a good idea. Let's go. Let's do it.
Caden Curry is a Brown.
Next. It's pretty much the same options now. So now it's Singleton or receiver. What do you guys want? No face, no case. Right? Pretty much the same guys, Ethan?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Katron and Singleton are both on there.
We skipped interior OL? We did? Oh. Yeah, we did. Well, we could have taken Pregnon or Rutledge. Pat Coogan's there. We need a center, don't we? Micah Morris, actually. That's an interesting one. Jerry said Lemon. Mekhi Lemon has been gone for every single round.
Boy, do I have bad news for you.
Wide receiver, Coogan, or wide receiver? Let's go. Start the poll. Boom. Chat, you pick. Oh, they love him.
Coogan.
Coogan. Who are the receivers available? Let me see. Cyrus Allen's still here. So is Josh Cameron and Jeff Caldwell. Okay. Okay. And then obviously Montgomery. Versus getting a center. We do need a center. Indiana did win a national championship.
Oh, wide receiver coming back.
Wide receiver on the come up. Oh, okay. Well, which wide receiver do you guys want? Get it in the chat so we can draft. Hertz Donut said he'd rather have Lemon over Tyson. Well, wide receiver's winning. The people that picked wide receiver got to tell me which receiver you want. Caldwell? Yeah, I like him. I'm going to pull up Caldwell's stuff for you guys because I had a video on him. He is nearly 6'5" and runs a 4.31. Get him on the team. Get him on the team. Get him on the team. Let's go. Let's do it.
What are we doing?
We're going to get Jeff Caldwell.
All right.
Pair him with Tyson. Let's go. It's a good pick. It's a good pick. All right. Lastly, is this the 6th round?
Yes.
All right, guys. What do you want? Klubnik? Could get Heinrich. Lorenzo Styles? I like him, but we got Downs already. Montgomery's still there.
Only good thing about
Oscar Delp?
Only good thing about Lorenzo Styles is that he's fast.
Yeah.
Harold Perkins.
Let me know, chat. Spears Jennings, is he good?
He's pretty good.
I like him.
Got a few picks this year.
All right, chat. Make the pick. Oh, yeah, I brought up Kelly at linebacker. We do need a linebacker, don't we? We also... Did Pat Coogan get drafted? What are the OL options here?
Pierce Coogan has been drafted.
Dang. All right. We got to speed these last 2 picks along, so
All right.
let's go. Harold Perkins?
I think we could get Taylor Green at the 7th.
Yeah, we could do that. All right. Where's Harold Perkins at?
He's right here.
There we go.
Draft him.
Linebacker?
Yep.
I like him. Is the BYU guy available? Because I brought him up last video, too. He does pretty good stuff for Cleveland's system.
Jack Kelly.
Yeah, Jack Kelly's there, too. You guys want Perkins or Kelly? Let me know. BJ Payne's a good option, too. We're split.
Kelly's coming in hot.
Changed his mind. Let's go. Perkins versus Kelly. LSU, BYU. Let's get 3 more votes, and we'll send it. That's what's good about him, Jake, is that he's a prototypical Sam, which is exactly what we need. Strong side linebacker. Perkins could be dangerous, though. But Kelly, I think he had like 10 sacks.
Oh, we got a split.
Oh, we're split. We're split. One vote. We need 1 vote to sway it.
Next vote wins.
Next vote wins. Boom.
Kelly.
Jack
All right.
Kelly, let's do it. Last pick in the draft, folks. Taylor Green's there. Cole
boy.
Payton's there also. Perkins took the lead. We already made the pick. All right, Chad, is this where we swing at a random quarterback? Taylor Green. Who else we got?
Jalen Daniels.
Altmaier,
Robertson.
Sawyer Robertson.
Haynes King.
Haynes King.
Joey
Joey
Aguilar.
Aguilar. Chris Sims has Aguilar in his top 5 QBs.
Hey, look who else we got, though.
Pavia?
He'd be a perfect fit in Cleveland.
Hell no. Micah Morris is a good shout. All right, I think the chat wants Taylor Green. Let's get Taylor Green.
All right.
Let's go. Athletic freak.
Bang.
Mock draft in the books, baby. How'd we do? Look at that.
Ooh. We got a B.
Okay.
Bottom 28% of Browns drafts.
They don't know about Caden Curry. They didn't like it.
Apparently they don't.
But Caleb Downs at 12, that's an unbelievable value. All right, chat. Grade our mock draft. What do you think? There it is. Tyson, Downs, Lomu, Pons. Go back to the top. We're talking about the top guys here. Downs, Tyson, Lomu, Pons, and Trigg. It's a pretty great start. It's a pretty great start. The big board is wild. PFF doesn't know, man. All right, that's pretty fun. What do y'all think? B+, that's fair. Did we get an edge? Caden Curry. Let's go, Caden Curry. He's going to carry us next year. An A, let's go. B+. This is your guys' draft. How did we all do? Solid. I think it's solid. I think it could be better, but I think that's a pretty good start. Downs, Tyson, Lomu, Pons, that's crazy to get all 4 of them. That's crazy. All right. Let's get our mailbag set up. We'll hit that real quick and then call it a day, folks. But that was fun. Did y'all have fun with that at least? I thought that was pretty fun. So, remember, if you want to be on the show, send in a super chat. Also get questions and takes in there with the hashtag Browns with a question or take. Let's go. You could go to the Get on the Show weigh in. The super chat mailbag one to get on the show. There we go. Absolutely hurts donut. That was a lot of fun. I like that. Hopefully we can get a bigger one going. That was fun. Felt like I was in the war room. No, that was a good time. I like doing that. Unrealistic solid B. That's fair, Ninja Cow. That's fair. I'm gonna change the big board.
We do need some more questions, though.
We need more questions.
Yeah.
We need to get more people. Hashtag Browns, get your questions in right now so we can do the mailbag. Let's go. Let's get some good ones. Super chats and hashtag Browns so we can do a mailbag. We didn't get O-line. We didn't get Pat Coogan. Yeah, I think the voting system. I don't know. I like Pons a lot. But should we have gone with O-line there? Probably. I don't know. But we did trade down and then still get Caleb down. So that was pretty crazy. That's a great question, Isaac. Get some good questions and takes in there, just like Isaac did. We also could have gone Caden Proctor early there. But I'm fine with passing on him because we got Lomu. I can't wait for draft day, man. Ninja Cow, you want Tate? Hell yeah. I think the Browns are going to trade down. I think the Tate pick is getting too obvious. And so that means the Browns won't do it. Joey O. Top 3 wide receivers, top 2 OT are gone. And no trade down offers. Sick. Who's your favorite pick? So the top 5 are going to be Tate, Lemon, Dyson. I'll still answer it for you, Hertz Donut, if we need questions to answer. But yeah, and you would just take best player available. Does that mean Mendoza's there at 6, Hertz Donut? I still would consider, I don't know about Jeremiah Love specifically for the Browns, but I think he's the best player in the draft. You got to think best player when you have a top 6 pick instead of getting too cute sometimes. But Cleveland also thinks they're not too far away, which is good. So they might just take Monroe Freeling because they think they're a left tackle away, which would be great if we really are. I think that's possible. I think we're a left tackle and a receiver away from at least being competitive on offense next year. Defense was there. Keep those questions in and super chat to support the show and get your question answered as well. Yeah, I think we can get a trade down partner, not Stan. That's a good question. Because mainly Bailey, let's say, is there, or Reese, or Bain, or Love, or Downs, and we're not going to take any of them? Well, someone will trade up. Styles? Tate? Maybe we should just draft Carnell Tate. What are we doing? Wide receiver 1 in the class catches the ball. Pretty simple. I think they'll trade down now. Lando wants the 27 first. That's interesting. All right, how many do you think? We think we got enough good ones or not yet? All right. Yeah. Works for me. Plus, we'll have this one as well. All right. Let's do it. Let's go, chat. Who's ready to answer some questions? Isaac, is that rage bait? Is that rage bait, Isaac? I hope you're not serious. He just said we should take Ty Simpson at 6. That is Mary Kay level take right there. That was actually Mary Kay's take. I'm not kidding. It's rage bait. Okay. You had me worried, Isaac. You better crash out on live. F. Ty Simpson. All right, well, we don't need to be mean to the kid, but yeah, I get you, Hurts Donut. Makes no sense for us. All right. I like that question from Lando, too. What QB addition could we make? Oh, if not through the draft? Nobody. We're probably drafting. All right, here we go, folks. Let's do it. Ready, Ethan? Are you sure you're ready? All right, let's go. Here we go. Welcome into the Browns Report, folks. I'm your host, Joey O'Donoghue, and I'm hyped to answer your questions about the latest rumors across the National Football League pertaining to the Cleveland Browns. So, if you're a diehard Browns fan, this is a channel for you. We are almost at 75,000 subscribers, guys, and I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to party hard on the show. That's a big milestone. 5s and 0s, just like age on your birthday. Those are big milestones, and so I'm ready to party if you guys help us out for free. Only 596 people away from that next one. Hit the subscribe button. You can be a part of videos just like this. We go live every Wednesday, and the first question we've got comes in from my man James Harper with a very nice $10 super chat. Thank you, my friend. He said, what are Cleveland's options if both firsts in the draft are wide receivers? If they take Tate at 6 and then Tyson falls to 24, I would take him. But are there other good options in the third and even past that? Good question here from my man James Harper. I think if Tyson's there at 24, Cleveland likes him. That's been reported. He's got ties to Cleveland. His brother plays for the Cavs. He's also one of the best receiver prospects in this class. It's just the injuries concern us. But to answer your question specifically, if that was the route the Cleveland Browns took of Tate and Tyson, could they get away with still drafting good O-linemen and other players later? The answer is yes, they could. You could get lucky and hope that Pregnon falls to the second round, who's a good guard. Keelan Rutledge probably goes early second, late first now. He could play guard and center. There's options in this draft. Really good defensive options in the second round also. But that would definitely put you in a tougher spot as you get later in the draft. And, well, the best offensive linemen are gone. And that is your biggest need. So I would say it would be hard to pass up on that concept, but that will not be the direction the Browns end up going. They won't take 2 first-round receivers. Next up, we've got Stephon Bulger. What's our record going to be? Hashtag Browns. Good question, Stephon. I would love to say 17-0. But I'm not going to say that. And it's pretty early, right, to tell. But I would say that if the Browns can nail the draft, we're competitive next year. And I would even give us 9-8 if they get a good left tackle and a good receiver. If they don't, and they mess that up, we're probably below 500 again. But we had 5 wins last year. I see improvement guaranteed. So I think you're looking anywhere from 7 to 9 wins for the Cleveland Browns. Lando, what quarterback addition could we make if not through draft? Gabriel obviously on the way out. Shout out Lando for this question. I do think Gabriel is pretty obviously on his way out as well. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It will be through the draft. They get a late round quarterback flyer. Late round is pretty subjective now, though. I could bring up Drew Aller and Garrett Nussmeier. Those guys don't seem like late rounders anymore. They seem like day 2. Aller probably the 4th at the latest now, also 4th round. So I do think they draft a late quarterback if Gabriel's on the way out, like Taylor Green, for example. We just did our live mock draft, and we got him in the 7th round. He's an athletic beast. Outside of that, Lando, there's no option for Cleveland really this year. They didn't get Kirk Cousins. They didn't get Kyler Murray, nor Malik Willis. They didn't want to bring in any other quarterback in free agency. And outside of them, there's no other good options. It's what? Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson's lost his juice. Now he's just a shorter quarterback. And so Aaron Rodgers is not coming to Cleveland. There's not many options here. This will be addressed next offseason, Lando. So I appreciate the question. But they will bring in another quarterback. They've got Watson as their veteran backup this year. They might even keep Gabriel at the third string. We'll see. Jake, post-draft cut targets for the Cleveland Browns. I might make a video on this, Jake. Obviously, it's going to very much depend on the draft. But they have made the cuts that they can make. They don't have a lot of guys that will save them cap space by cutting them. It's really going to be who makes the roster. Does Gage Larvin make the roster this time around? I liked him a lot last year, but in camp, in preseason, I didn't like him as a returner. And so there's probably some guys that don't make the 53 that get playing time in preseason, as there always is. I'll make a full video on that for you, Jake. Some cut targets for Cleveland after the draft, but that'll all vastly depend on how many receivers they bring in, number one, and O-linemen as well. I'll keep you posted on that. Next up, we've got Papa Love, who wants to know, Browns going to trade for Dexter Lawrence? Here's a good question from Papa Love based on some stuff that has come out lately in the National Football League. Dexter Lawrence actually requested a trade, folks. I don't know if you had heard this yet, but he wants out in New York. Some contract issues there. He wants to be traded. All right, actually, official report here from Adam Schefter, ESPN sources. All-Pro DT Dexter Lawrence requested a trade. He will not be participating in the team's offseason workout program, which opened on Tuesday. Lawrence and the Giants been through 2 off seasons attempting to negotiate a contract reflecting his value to the Giants over the last 3 years. There's not been any progress, per sources, and he wants out, folks. And you ask about the Browns trading for him because, one, they like to trade for defensive players on the defensive line. They always like to bring more in and sign them. Funny enough, I always reference Olivier Vernon. We traded the Giants for him back in the day. Would we trade for Dexter Lawrence? Well, the cost is a little much. Jordan Renan puts it like this. He asked around the league, and GMs, the general consensus appears to be that if the Giants were willing to trade Dexter Lawrence, the return would be a late first to second round. Would you trade pick 24 for Dexter Lawrence? It's a little rich for me. Not because of the player that he is. I think he's very talented. Now, didn't even have a full sack last year, but the years prior, he was a game wrecker, and he is a game wrecker. 24, though, for a team that doesn't need DT is why I say it's rich for me, for us, for the Browns. We've gone out and got plenty of defensive tackles. We drafted one 5th overall last year in Mason Graham. And so that room is full of DTs. What it's not full of is edge rushers. So Sexy Dexy, unlikely to be in the mix for the Cleveland Browns. You signed Kalia Davis, who's a pure run stuffer, and actually started all 17 for San Francisco last year. Nobody starts all 17 for San Francisco. Kalia Davis did. Still have Mike Hall Jr., Aiden Huntington, who's versatile, Malik Collins, who comes back healthy, and there's your starter DT. And so I don't think DT is a position they would make a big trade for, but that is definitely in the news lately and worth talking about, so I appreciate the question. Other thing is you have to pay Dexter Lawrence. He's going to make about $20 million next year, but this whole thing, this whole trade request is because of he's not happy with his contract. You probably have to guarantee him. You probably have to work out a deal with him that you're going to pay him even more years future. So it's not a Browns trade target. But let me know in the comment section if it's something you would do. Would you trade for Dexter Lawrence? Type T for trade. Type D for don't. Get a letter in that comment section and let me know if you want Dexter Lawrence on this football team. Before we continue on with today's questions. Shout out to Isaac, who just got in by sending in a $2 super chat. Hashtag Browns. Quarterback next year. If Shador doesn't work. What do you mean if Shador doesn't work? We're just throwing out stuff that's not going to happen now? But I'll answer your question for the fun of the game, for the hypothetical. if Shador, quote unquote, doesn't work, it's Watson, dude. This seems to be the quarterback room that Cleveland is set on having a quarterback battle with. Watson versus Shador versus Gabriel. I'm writing Gabriel off, and so it's Watson versus Shador. Deshaun Watson, who was the worst quarterback in the league when we saw him play. That's not really an exaggeration either. Did you watch the season? And then he got hurt. Actually, never played a full season for us because he was suspended, and then he was hurt, and then he was hurt again in 2024 so badly that he couldn't play in 2025. And you think that guy's going to go back to being good? I don't understand why he's in the mix, to be honest with you guys. But apparently, it's Shador versus Watson, and they'll maybe draft a quarterback, as Andrew Berry said, to compete in that room also. And so, unfortunately, we would have to watch Deshaun Watson suit up for the Cleveland Browns again if it's not Shador. That's what it is, Isaac. That's what it is. Appreciate the question. Next up, not Stan for real. Joey O. Do you think we're going to be able to find someone to trade down with at good value? I think so, not Stan. There's a couple keys you're looking for here if you're a Browns fan watching Pick 6 and you get the notification that they're trading. Number one, David Bailey's probably still there, and Dallas wants to move up to get him. They need defense badly. You could argue Jeremiah Love is key for the trade down. If the Titans don't take him, and the Giants don't take him, teams really want him, and they would jump up to get him. So that's Bailey, that's Love, Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, Ohio State freak athletes, Arvell Reese, any of them are there at 6, someone will trade up with you. Carnell Tate, that would be Cleveland's pick probably, or they move down. So yeah, I absolutely think you'll find trade partners here. The Cowboys are one that come to mind to me the most. And someone might jump the Commanders to get a Sonny Styles, by the way, because they know Washington will take defense. The Bengals, I wouldn't say a division trade happens, but they're a team that would definitely love to move up from 10 to 6 to get defense. I'll tell you that right now. And so we shall see, but I definitely think you will have trade partners. We'll get to Kathy's question and then tell you about our merch as well. So Robert Colbert saying, who would you cut June 1? My choice would be Dillon Gabriel. Oh, what a take. What a take from Robert Colbert. I don't think they cut Dillon Gabriel as much as I think they're moving off of him. I think they try to find a trade partner. Don't find one because who the heck would trade for Dillon Gabriel unless it's a 7th-round pick, 6th-round pick at this point. And then it's not like he's taking up too much money, so they'll just leave him as a 3rd stringer who's on a rookie deal, which is fine, I guess. That's my opinion on what tend to happen with Dillon Gabriel here. Who would I cut on June 1st is a good question, though. I do think that one of these receivers in the room isn't going to be in the room forever because we're going to draft multiple receivers. Like, you talk about Gage Larvin, Cedric Tillman. Cedric Tillman would actually save you a couple million cap space, but they won't cut Cedi. And so I think it's going to be someone like that or one of the offensive linemen that they signed that they won't need last year, like Kendrick Green, who they signed off Buffalo's practice squad. You could argue one of the tight ends gets cut. They signed Jack Stoll, brought back Whiteheart, brought back Brendan Bates, and then probably draft this receiving tight end. And so you could argue one of those is a cut candidate. But I'd probably look at those position rooms, funny enough, because of how many new guys they'll bring in at those positions. So before we get on with the rest of the video, we got some good ones coming up. We also got some awesome merch I don't want you guys to miss out on. So go to chatsports.com/Browns to rep the Browns report. We're trying to create a family here on the show. Anybody that's still watching right now is an absolute real one, okay? And I appreciate you guys who watch the Browns report. So we've got awesome merch for y'all now. Go to chatsports.com/Browns. There it is, Browns report t-shirt. Get your hands on it at chatsports.com/Browns. Easy link to remember. Let me know if you buy one. I get notified when people do as well, and so I'll give shout-outs on the show when I get them. Appreciate you all for tuning into this show, and hopefully, if you see someone rocking Browns Support merch out on the street, you go up and say what's up. I watch that channel too. That's awesome. I would do the same. I want to get a community of Browns fans here together to hang out in the comment section and in person. Next up, we got Chokel with the question. Joey, what are your thoughts on using 6 and 24, both on OL or both on wide receiver? I like this question because we started the show with James saying, what if the Browns took Tate and Tyson? That'd be tempting. What more likely, what if they took both offensive linemen? For example, Monroe Freeling at 6, and then like a guard, or actually, Fano at 6, like Peter Schrager says will happen. A guy that can play center, guard, and tackle. And then you get like Caleb Lomu at 24. O-line's the most important thing nowadays, folks. So I would not be mad about it. And this is a deep wide receiver class. And so don't be shocked if they do something like that and load up on one position. But I actually think it would be more realistic if they stayed at 6. It would be best player available. And then O-line, I think they're trying to trade down and get an O-line, a wide receiver. But 2 OLs would not shock me for Cleveland because you definitely need an interior offensive lineman and you need a pure left tackle. So let's see. Good question. Go back to not Stan here. What is your worst possible draft scenario? That's a funny question. Worst case scenario, probably Caden Proctor at 6 and Ty Simpson at 24. I think I'd jump out the build if that happens. It's not like I'm down on Caden Proctor. I think he's got a lot of high upside. His movement surprised me for his weight, but he had some bad film early on in college. He just had a good season. And I don't want Ty Simpson in the first round at all. It's not on my radar. Mary Kay thought the Browns should take Ty Simpson at 6. I've never seen it take that bad. And there's been some bad ones. So that'd be my worst case scenario, is getting Ty Simpson in the first round. We don't need that is not going to fix this system. You need linemen and receivers. All right, next up we got Diana Burner. You guys know what's going on with Diana Rossini lately? Comment down below. She's being seen with Mike Vrabel everywhere. I won't report on it, but it is not a good look. Next, would you draft David Bailey if he falls to 6? Now, here's a good question because Cleveland's going to go edge at some point. They didn't get A.J. Epinesa, who they tried to sign, didn't like his physical, and so you got to get somebody else. Bailey's an easy plug-and-play edge who's pro-ready. I worry about his change of direction and run defense at times, though. But he's just a pure explosive pass rusher. Also only had one full season as the starter in college football. I would not draft David Bailey at 6. No. I think that's the perfect, oh, great, we could trade down now if David Bailey's here, you know? Also, this is resurfacing. David Bailey had an altercation during the season with a photographer on the very left side of the screen. That's him getting in the face of a photographer and then, like, grabbing him by the back of the neck. The photographer apparently filed a police report, didn't press charges. But this isn't a good look. This is David Bailey's Laramie Tunsil gas mask right here. I mean, this is not a good look. So, no, I'm not drafting David Bailey. I'm trading down now. But you let me know in the comment section. Is to trade down to move? Type Y for yes, type N for no in that comment section to let me know what you guys would do. Trade down if you're Andrew Berry. I think that's what they're going to do, guys. That's still my take. And I actually don't think it's a bad idea. Let me know what you would do in the comment section. Also, make sure you give me a follow on X at Joey070. Hit me up on Twitter for more Browns memes, funny content, news. I report it right away. Give me a follow. Appreciate you all that watch this channel. Hit the subscribe button if you love the Cleveland Browns, and I'll have more videos coming your way shortly. Appreciate you all tuning in. I've been your host, Joey O'Donoghue, and I'll see you next time here on the Browns Report. Boom! That'll do it, folks, for our segments on today's live stream edition of the Browns Report. This was fun. I like the live mock. You like the live mock, Ethan? It's a good time. It was a good time, folks. Glad we got to hang out, answer your questions today, and talk Browns football. Remember, every Wednesday, I'll try to go live, so don't miss out. Turn those notifications on, folks. Do not miss it. Do not miss it. But that will do it for our live show today. Did y'all have fun? Noah says, depends what the trade down is. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Producer Ethan. Getting our duo on the screen. This is our community post today, folks. What's your confidence level in this head coach quarterback duo, Shedeur and Monken? Scale of 1 to 10. Ethan, what's yours?
Probably, I don't know, like a 47.
47 out of
10.
Out of 10. Let's go, Ethan. All in. Kathy says 6.
Now, realistically, probably like a 3.5.
Whoa, 3.5.
Sorry.
How do you go from 47 to 3.5?
I don't know. I just, can I be honest?
Good try. Be honest. No, be honest. Be honest.
I just don't feel much juice behind Todd Monken.
Really? Why not?
I mean, look at him.
He's old?
He's old. Like, sorry for being a little bit ageist. But, like, I don't know.
That's okay. Speak your opinion.
It just doesn't feel, I just don't feel great. I want to feel great about a coaching hire. Okay. I just don't feel great about it.
Listen, I like Todd Monken a lot. I feel great because I think he's an offensive genius. Also, John Harbaugh's made some really questionable signings right now in New York. Todd Monken helped Lamar Jackson win unanimous MVP. Lamar Jackson has best passer rating under Todd Monken than any other OC he's worked with. I think he's a smart offensive mind. I think he's hungry because he hasn't been a head coach before. I think he likes the style of quarterbacks that we have because he likes playmaking quarterbacks. That's Shedeur Sanders. That was Deshaun Watson. I don't know if it is anymore. But I think he could really bring the most out of Shedeur. And if it doesn't work next year, at least you know now the problem. Because hopefully we'll have drafted O-line and receiver.
True.
But I think it could work pretty well. Shedeur could be great in this system. If it's not, you draft a quarterback in 2027. That's where I'm at, though. I like these two. I'm ready to see it. And then we'll reassess from there.
Yeah. I want to give an apology to Robert Colbert, though. Sorry, Robert Colbert. Todd Monken's old to be an NFL coach. He's not old.
Well, what about Bill Belichick and Andy Reid?
Well, you see where Bill Belichick is now.
It's true.
And how long has Andy Reid been a head coach?
I want to say like a little over a decade.
I mean, I feel like it's a little different.
Yeah. First time head coach. I get it. Old. Yeah, 2013 he took over. Andy Reid. I hear you, Ethan. I hear your concerns. But I think Todd Monken's going to be great.
Yeah.
He's an offensive genius.
I mean,
way better than Stefanski.
The thing with the Browns is, as well, is it's not like you're under pressure to go to the Super Bowl this year.
Right.
No pressure. Just have a good season.
No
if it's a bad season, rinse and repeat.
We'll be good soon.
Yeah.
We'll be good soon.
Once you get off that Deshaun contract, boy.
Look out.
Yeah.
We're coming. Pause. All right, let's get to it for the live show today. Guys, it's a fun time. Shout out to y'all for tuning in. Shout out producer Ethan for being on the ones and twos today. Hertz Donut says, Monk's got the drive. That's right, baby. Shout out to you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like the video I put out later today. I know last week I said that. I didn't end up putting out a video. The fire alarm. There's a fire or something at Chat Sports office. You were here for that, right? Yeah. The fire alarm sounded. We all had to evacuate the building. Turns out we were all okay. But it was a weird scenario. Our boss just came in and was like, yeah, the building just told us we got to leave. So we left. But we're here to stay now. I'll put out a video for the people again today. Appreciate you all tuning in. Later, James Harper. Shout out to you, man, getting the party started today. Appreciate you all. Have a blessed day, Hertz Donut. I'll see you guys next week with another live stream party. Shout out to you all. Go Brownies.